to Tech Transform. Today we are here to discuss about basic HBase commands. In my last video I have demonstrated about configuring and installing HBase in Ubuntu environment. It's time to do hands-on and learn the basic HBase commands. Before going to practical and hands-on with HBase basic commands, let's understand how HBase stores data in table. This is the diagram, and this you can see how HBase stores data. Basically, HBase is a NoSQL database, non-relational database, not only SQL, and it's a column-oriented storage. So you can understand by saying this row ID thing is row key is common like SQL. So each row is identifiable by a unique row ID. Let's say row 1 is a row ID, and you can see here there is no direct column concept. Here concept is column family, means you can bundle more than n number of column inside one column family, and if you want different column family you can put different columns in different column family. Like that you can bundle more than 1 to n columns in a single column family, and these are the identified as a column qualifier. Means if you want to identify this particular column 1, first you have to specify the column family name, then the column name, like column family colon call 1. So then only you will be able to access the particular cell value. These are the cells where the actual value resides, and by default HBase preserves the versions of the cell. Means every time you are doing update, insert, delete, it keeps and preserves the version of that particular data, old data also. And by default it is adding timestamps to every DDL statement you are going to execute. Let's see how it looks when we are fitting with it actual data. See, this is what we can got. This is the employee data, and we have divided employee data into two column families: personal data and professional data. Here you can see row ID, that is row employee ID. It's a unique identifiable row key. And here we can see in personal data we kept personal data as name, city, age. It's these are all the columns, and it's going inside one column family that is called personal data. And we have another column family, professional data. Here we are keeping designation salary. We can increase, like we can increase here also, is the employee is permanent or trainee. Here also in personal data we can increase these three columns to n number of columns. We can add here the address of that employee, like that. It's like if you're adding any column here, new column here, and let's say in the very first column we have all this value, name, city, age, but in second employee you don't have this age. So HBase is not going to complain here, and you can see the power. It can store n number of profiles. Let's say personal, professional. You can add your here LinkedIn profiles. You can add your different profiles here, and it can take n number of columns. So see how powerful it is from relational database. It is not you cannot do this thing in relational database. That's why HBase is a NoSQL non-relational database, and it's a column oriented architecture. Let's move to our basic HBase general commands. These are the status, version, table underscore help, whoami. I will tell you all those descriptions. Let's start the terminal first. Okay. And before in order to write HBase command, we have to enter inside HBase cell. If you haven't remember how to go inside that, in my last video you can follow. What we have to do, we have to first start all the Hadoop daemons using this commands. Okay, then we have to start HBase. For that, start -hbase.sh. Then we have to start HBase master server. Then we have to start HBase region server. Then we have to actually type HBase space cell to enter inside HBase prompt. These commands I have already run to save time. If you want to know the command, you can follow my last video, that is HBase configuring, installation, and configuring. So I'm directly typing this command to enter inside that. In my case, all the daemons are running. This HBase service is also started. I have started HBase master server, region server also. I'm directly typing HBase space cell to enter inside HBase cell. Type HBase HBase cell. it will start a session and yeah, so it started. Let's see what is our first command. Status. Status is nothing. This command will give the details about the system status, like number of servers present in the cluster, active server count, and average load value. And it also came with a 3 parameter. You can type status space summary, you will get summary, special status symbol, you will get simple status, special status space detailed, you will get detailed status. Simply let's quickly check that status. You can see it is showing 1 servers, 1 dead, 3 average load. So this is the status you got. The next one is version. In order to check the version, what's your current HBase version, you simply type version. So right now we are on 0.98.8 Hadoop 2 HBase version. Then the next command is table underscore help. In later we are going to play with the table commands and all those. In order to, if you're very new, you want to know what are all the helps available for creating table, here you can get all those help for creating tables. So you can read it on your own. You can find it's very useful. So if you even find any, if you want to open some documentation, here it's simply you can type table underscore help, you will get all those commands. Let's move to next. Whoami. Whoami is nothing. It's just is used to return the current HBase user information from the HBase cluster who is currently logged in. So let's say who am I. See, it will give you all those details, Vinay and all those. These are the actual commands where tables. This is called a table management commands. You can say it's a DDL, data definition language commands. These are the following table management commands. These are create, list, describe, disable, disable all, enable all, drop all. We'll go each command one by one. These are the details. We don't need that. Let's directly go and jump into the basic actual command. Yeah. So if you want to create a table, first you want to list a table. Okay, one table is there, employee emp. I am again going to create the table. Let me start first. For that I have to first let me drop that. Before dropping any table, you have to disable first, otherwise it will not allow. You can check also, drop emp. It will not allow, it's enabled. It will tell you enable. First you have to disable in HBase. If you want to drop a table, first you have to disable that table, then only you can drop that table. For disabling, disable mp. Okay, now drop. Okay, it's created. Now you can see this list command is listing all the tables resides inside HBase. Now the very first command is create table. For that, create table name you have to give, column family you have to give, like this. Create. I am creating a table called emp. Every time you have to give separate with a comma. So create emp. Now you have to give column family name. Remember here the column family, then column. Column family is personal data. Let's create a 2 column family. Personal data, then data. 2 column family I am assigning here, personal data and professional data. Let me delete this R. P R. Okay. Let's enter. Okay, it's created. List. Yeah. So employee table created with 2 column family, personal data and professional data. Now the next command is we want to create we want to insert data inside that. This is just what we created. We created a table called emp with personal data column family and professional data column family. Now we are going to put name city as a column and column value as Raju Hyderabad, Ravi Chennai, Rajesh Delhi. And we are also going to put data in professional data column family for designation and salary columns. Let's do that. Let's first see the what is the basic command. For that, if you want to insert rows in a table, you have to follow this command: put space table name, in our case put emp, then row 1 you have to give a unique identity like 1, we will give 1, column family colon name, call name means if I want to put Raju, for that I have to type column family personal data colon name. It's the value is separated with a comma, then you have to give the actual value, that is called Raju. So after entering it, you can see the Raju the cell is filled with Raju value for that particular name inside this column family. Let's do that. Put emp table name, then row ID, then the column family name is personal data colon, I want to enter for name, personal data colon name, let's say I want to give Vinay. I think it's done. Yeah, so it's put emp, so it's inserted. Let's insert one more value for city. I'm going and change. Remember, see, I'm not changing this row ID because I am inserting inserting data in first row only for the column family personal data column name city. Let's type Hyderabad. Okay, personal data colon city. Okay, we have this data. Let's enter some more data for professional. Professional column family, professional data. Let's say we have given designation. Let's enter designation. Type here app system. Okay, valid column name personal data professional. Okay, I misspelled the name, PROFESSIO. Okay, now we have the value. Let's enter salary also. Remember, we are doing everything in first row only right now. Now we have sufficient data in order to play a little bit with the HBase commands. We have inserted first row with professional data and personal data, name, city, professional data, designation, salary. Let's quickly check that. In order to check that what is the record inside table, the command is scan table name, scan emp. See, you can get that actual value. See, these all the value for row 1 for first row. You can see column family, personal data, column city, timestamp. By default it is going to add value is equal to Hyderabad, city, name Vinay, professional data, designation, app system engineer, salary 50,000. So this is what we just created a table and inserted a data inside that. It's already done. Now I want to update data. Now let's say I want to update my salary from 50,000 to 55,000. For that, what you have to do, simply you have to type same command, put, and give value as 55. Yeah, so the same command, it will simply update the value. Let's enter inside that enter. Just quickly scan. See, the value changed from 55,000, and this also changed because timestamp is the at the time it's actually writing into the cell. Updating data done. Reading a data, if I want to read a data, let's say I want to read get table name emp, I want to read the first row. Let's say I want to read second row, we don't have that, so that's why it's not showing you. Like that you can read any data. If you want to read a specific column, let's say I want to read get mp, I want to read first row, also I want to read specific column name. Let's say I want to read personal data loan name. I want to read this particular name column. We got that value Vinay. Okay, like this you can do that for city also. See, Hyderabad. If you want to delete a specific cell in a table, for that you have to type, let's say I want to delete this city. Delete table name emp, the row id, first row, I want to delete personal data colon city. You have to specify what cell you want to delete. Then you have to specify the timestamp also. See, delete table name, row id, column name, means column family, colon column name, then timestamp. The timestamp of this particular cell is this one. Copy this, Control Shift C, Control Shift V. Now enter. I think it's deleted. Let's quickly check that. Scan. See, now we have only name column. We don't have in personal data, we don't have city, so it's deleted. You see the delete command also. Similarly, you can delete all cells. Simply you can type delete all table name, only the row id. Means if you type like this, delete all, whole first row will be deleted. Scan, we already saw in the scan command is used to view the data in this table. Using this scan command you can get the table data. Scan space table name, count. Simply if you want to count the number of rows of a table using the count command, it's using as a follow. Let's type count emb. I want to count the number of rows inside emb. It's only 1. You got it, 1. Okay. Truncate is just this command disables drops and recreates a table. If you want to drop a table and you want to recreate the schema only, simple, you have to type truncate emp. Granting is for grant access, revoke is for removing the access permissions. Disable a table, it's a very important concept. Inside a HBase, if you want to delete a table or change its setting, you need to first disable the table using the disable command. You can re-enable it using the enable command. So if you want to disable, type simple disable table name emp. It's disabled. Now we can drop this table. Before that, if you want to drop a table without disabling, it will throw you an error. Now we can drop that and it will be dropped. I am not dropping that. If you quickly want to check what is your table enable or disable status, simply type is disabled emp. it's telling true, means your table is disabled. We just disabled, right? Disable emp. Now we want to enable that table. Simply type enable table name emp. It's enabled. Now quickly check the status. Is disabled. See, it's become from true to false because we just enable this table. Now we want to drop this table, it will not allow you. Table is enabled, disable it first, then only you can drop. The same thing. Disable all. If you want to disable all the tables, simply type disable all. Enabling a table, just enable employee, enable the table name. You can quickly check is table is enabled or not. So is enabled, table name, same like it is disabled. Describe, yeah, if you want to describe a table, type describe. See, here we will get all those details of the EMP table. How many column families descriptions, see personal data. Second one, second column family, professional data. Okay. Alter table. Alter is the command used to make changes to an existing value. If you want to change existing table, let's say changing the maximum number of cells of a column family, maximum number of cells of a column family. If you want to right now we can add n number of cells inside a column family. If you want to restrict that to a certain level, I want to add personal data to up to only 6 columns, you can simply type alter table name, then name equal to for the column family, the versions equal to 5. In the following example, the maximum number of cell is set to 5. Alter table name personal data versions 5 means what it will do, you can add only 5 columns inside the personal data column family. Deleting a column family, if you want to delete, we already just saw, simple alter table delete column family name. Okay, quickly if you want to check that table exists or not, exists emp table emp does exist. If it not exist, it will tell you table emp doesn't exist. Drop. If you want to drop a table, simply first you have to disable. We already saw this. Disable, then drop. Drop all. If you want to drop all the tables at a time, you can type drop underscore all. List we already saw to get the list of all those tables. Exit, yeah. So we commands come to an end. If we want to, these are the basic commands we covered. If we want to exit from this HBase cell, type exit. One more thing we have to do, we have to stop the HBase service. At the very beginning we have started this HBase service, now we have to stop. For that, stop hyphen HBase HBase.sh. It will stopping the HBase. So it's stopping, let it stop. So these were the basic commands we have just covered, and we covered all the DDL commands and all those. So we did hands-on also. That's all for this video for now. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Bye.